When a woman is upset, her words usually tell you more than her actions ever could. We guys learn to read women's signals from their body language, messaging habits, and the regularity with which she proposes dates. However, the reality is that her words hold equal or perhaps greater significance. When it comes to showing emotion, women tend to be more subtle. Saying, "I like you" is unusual, particularly in the beginning. To gauge interest and provide a backup plan in the event that they do not receive the desired response, they instead use subtle coded communications to drop hints. Here we'll go over 7 telltale signs that a woman is starting to feel something for you. Listening to even one of them will provide you a glimpse into her thoughts, even if she doesn't say anything. Plus, she's already committed emotionally if you hear more than one. The first step is to get going. 1. I've kept this a secret from everyone. If a lady is comfortable enough to open up to you, it could be a sign of her feelings for you. Women are picky about who they let into their innermost thoughts and feelings. No one gets to know their deepest secrets, including their insecurities, childhood tales, personal battles, and hidden worries. Earned access, not given freely, is what these things are. In order to convey a strong message, a woman may often say something like, "I don't usually talk about this," or "I've never told anyone this before sharing something really personal with you." You stand out. But what causes this to occur? Why does showing emotion indicate a want to be with someone? In the end, everything boils down to feeling safe and trusted. Without trust, a woman can't develop strong feelings for a man. The slow dismantling of emotional barriers is the first step in developing sentiments into full-blown love. When she opens up to you about her inner life, her desire goes beyond the surface. This is particularly the case if she opens up about a sensitive topic, such as a previous breakup, a traumatic event from her upbringing, or her self-esteem issues. A vulnerable side of herself that she usually conceals is being shown here. Also, once a woman opens out to you, she has a hard time emotionally separating from you. Here, most men err by failing to know what to say. When a woman opens up about a sensitive topic, there are males who lessen its impact. "Oh, it's not important." 2. Get a handle on it. If you accomplish this, you will be successful. 3. Since they are at a loss for words, change the subject. There is no response that increases attraction. The most important thing is to listen carefully and acknowledge her feelings. You should avoid trying to solve her problems or offer her advice. Ensure that she feels heard. Expressing gratitude for her trust or acknowledging the difficulty she must have gone through might go a long way in making her feel emotionally secure. 2. You make me feel completely at ease. This can come across as an innocuous, casual compliment, something courteous that doesn't suggest attraction. At first listen. But there's a certain way a woman says things that males miss the deeper message. When compared to men, women tend to be more reserved in their approach to romantic partnerships. They really must be. They are hardwired to seek refuge, both physically and psychologically. Because of this, they aren't comfortable in the company of casual acquaintances. The fact that she says you put her at ease is not coincidental. It's her way of subtly telling her that you've managed to get past her typical barriers. However, this is where males frequently get it wrong. A lady can feel 2 kinds of comfort when she's in your presence. One causes intense desire. Alternatively, you can avoid the buddy zone altogether. The first kind is romantic comfort, which occurs when a woman feels not just safe with you, but also curious, thrilled, and attracted to you. 2. There's platonic comfort, which is characterized by a lack of excitement or attraction, but a sense of safety. Which one is she referring to then? Take note of her delivery and the setting in which it appears. You can tell she's starting to feel romantic sentiments for you if she says she's comfortable making passionate eye contact, smiling, or playfully stroking you. She may be trying to label you as the safe guy If she says it without showing any emotion while you're having an in-depth chat in which she confides in you about her problems. Thinking that merely making a lady feel at ease is sufficient is one of the most common blunders guys do. However, coziness isn't enough to entice. It builds confidence, and being trusted without causing any kind of excitement, intrigue, or challenge can swiftly reduce you to the status of a mere buddy. Thirdly, am I on your mind? A woman's intentions are far more than just inquisitive when she asks you this. She's just seeing how much mental room she has in your head. My question is not lighthearted. She's trying to subtly get your reassurance and determine if you value her as an individual or not. When women don't care about a man, they don't ask him this. She would care more about what you think of her if she was invested, right? She must have given you some serious thought because she is asking. Although these responses appear to be appropriate, they have the opposite effect and reduce the level of tension. A relationship's foundation rests on a fine line between trust and doubt. Too much information too quickly eliminates the element of surprise that piques her attention. On the contrary, keeping her guessing is the way to go here. Answering her inquiry in a playful way that doesn't reveal too much works wonders. Some instances are shown here. Well, perhaps. Why? Do you still have me in your thoughts? If I'm not careful, thoughts of you will pop into my head. Thinking. Dreaming in numbers. Very possibly. These kinds of replies accomplish double duty. They not only prove that she's been on your thoughts, but they also make her confess that she feels the same way. This adds mystery and keeps things interesting. However, let's delve even farther. What makes this inquiry crucial? For what reasons does it seem like she's starting to feel something for you? The reason being that a lady is offering you an opportunity to get emotionally involved when she asks this. This is a chance for people to go from being merely interested to becoming emotionally invested, if you manage it well. Do you ever miss me? Is another way ladies say it. When I'm not around, I bet you completely disregard me. Just wanted to check in and see if you ever give any thought to what we discussed after our calls. There is a common thread running across all of these. Even if she is hesitant to ask directly, she wants you to tell her how much you mean to you. She wouldn't even mention it if she didn't care. What are you supposed to do now that she asks this question? Here is where the majority of men fail to seize the chance. They are either excessively available or give a generic response before moving on. Instead, try to make the discussion more substantive. You can go into a more introspective topic after you've reacted humorously. Invoking a particular recollection of her is an effective strategy for this. As an illustration, actually, that joke you made before was on my mind. I struggled to control my laughter in public when the thought came to me out of nowhere. I was thinking about how you responded to the movie we watched, so it's amusing that you ask. When you're enthusiastic about anything, your facial expressions become incredibly captivating. Reason number 4, put yourself in my position. Most people wouldn't instantly link this intriguing word with romantic sentiments, but it certainly has its uses. If a lady begins to seek your advice on important life decisions, it's an indication that she respects your opinion and the way you deal with adversity. She sees you as more than simply a friend. She sees you as someone who could become an emotionally significant partner and someone she looks to for advice. From a psychological standpoint, this is a request to delve deeper into her. The question is not casual. It's her method of testing your reaction, of seeing if you tackle problems with the kind of insight and maturity that could make you an asset to her emotional life. She clearly cares about you and the prospect of you being a part of her future because of this. This inquiry goes beyond a simple request for guidance. How you respond to her weaknesses is what matters most. This is an evaluation opportunity for her to see how well your EQ meets her requirements. This is a critical juncture, though it is understated. She's giving herself permission to imagine you as an integral part of her life, someone she can trust with her influence. As for the fifth sign, I feel understood. This statement carries a profound weight. Its power lies in its ability to tap into a profound comprehension that goes beyond mere words. This is more than just a woman talking about superficial compatibility when she says this. She is admitting that you have touched her in a way that very few have. The sentence evokes strong feelings and stimulates thought because of its profound psychological content. It's the type of comprehension that can be grasped without a mountain of explanations. It's intuitive and unsaid. Emotional intimacy and this bond frequently go hand in hand. She no longer sees you as an abstract concept. Your presence is substantial, and she understands your every word and gesture. An indication of a growing emotional bond is your capacity to comprehend her beyond her public persona. As soon as she utters these words, she feels a wave of comfort wash over her. She seemed to be patiently waiting for someone to finally understand her. You are now the one she has discovered. The
Relationship is at a crossroads at the moment. It shows that the emotions are deeper than that. They've established a strong foundation of emotional connection. As for the sixth sign, I'd be lost without you. Surprisingly profound in its simplicity is this phrase. A woman's expression of this kind toward you goes beyond conventional declarations of love. An emotional attachment and reliance are recognized. She has become so entangled in your existence in her head that the thought of being apart from you is unbearable. This is not a passing comment, it's a proclamation of importance. From a psychological point of view, this feeling has its roots in the idea of emotional attachment. A person's perspective on the world is shaped by the strong emotional ties they have with important people, as stated in attachment theory. When a lady says this, it's a sign that the feelings you share are more than just fleeting. By this, she means that you are now an integral part of her story, someone whose absence she finds difficult to fathom. This statement further emphasizes how deeply she cares about you on an emotional level. The little things in life aren't the most essential, even yet they are. What matters is the structure of her mind and emotions. She feels that there would be a huge hole in her life without you. One strong indicator of connection is this, one that bears with it the weight of expectation. She seems to be begging for a future with you behind her back, one in which you and your partner's life are intertwined and shared. In addition, she is giving you a sneak peek into the emotional future she has imagined with you by saying this. Seventh sign, I aim to bring you honor. Though it may not be the most obvious statement to make when you're deeply in love, a woman's use of this phrase sends a strong message of her increasing emotional investment. Looking at it from the perspective of self-worth and affirmation can help us grasp it better. Validation is something that all relationships, particularly romantic ones, provide, and women are no exception. A woman's sincere desire to make you proud is an indication of her profound regard and adoration for you. This isn't only a phrase about getting things done or doing things to please other people. More than that, it enters into it. Psychologically, it appeals to her innate need to live up to your expectations, since those standards represent the worth she assigns to herself as a partner. She's committing to doing her best for you, not out of obligation, but genuine desire. A tiny but meaningful gesture. You can't just say these 7 indicators. They reveal the inner workings of a woman's emotions when she starts to develop feelings for you. The kind of emotional resonance that allows relationships to flourish is represented by each one, and it signifies a higher level of connection based on trust and appreciation. However, keep in mind that mere words are insufficient. They are merely an expression of the feelings that are latent. You need to pay attention to both the spoken and unsaid cues if you wish to comprehend her emotions. Keep an eye on her actions when no one is looking. Indeed, deeds speak louder than words when it comes to conveying emotions. Please subscribe and enable notifications if you find this information helpful. Keep an eye out for future in-depth explorations of relationship psychology and methods for getting to know the people in your life. Please keep in mind that the more you pay attention, the more you can understand.